Take a look at this gorgeous gelatin dessert. It's made with gelatin, tres leches, cream cheese, and fresh fruits. There's no baking involved, so I think you'll have fun making this. Come along with me as I try this recipe for the very first time. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara, and this is Cooking Made Simple. Alright guys, so right out the gate I want to troubleshoot something. So I'm pretty new to making these gelatin mold type things, so I'm watching a lot of videos on them. This video that I watch on this one is from this content creator named Creacion Prin. I hope I said it right. So I want to give her credit, but I want to tell you guys that the thing's already in the fridge and I ran into some trouble with the size of my pan or my tin because I didn't realize that these bundt pans came in different sizes. You would think a cook would know that, right? So the one that I have is 1.89 liters. Hers is 3.5, she said, 3.5 liters. So she has a good 1.5 liters above me with her tin. So some of the stuff didn't want to fit when I was doing mine, all right? So to troubleshoot it, first of all, what I would do is put less of the white mix or the milk mixture because that will leave space on the top, which will become the bottom later after you invert it, for you to put the rest of the peaches and the rest of the peach gelatin, all right? So put less. Now, you don't have to necessarily mix less, like half a tin, half a tin, half a tin. You can mix the whole thing up, but whatever white mixture you have left over after putting less, just put it in like little parfait cups, all right? So let's get right into how we make this beautiful gelatin mold. I'll list the ingredients in the description below, but we're going to need a couple cans of sliced peaches or one large 29-ounce can, some fresh fruits. I have grapes, blueberries, and strawberries, but you can use the fruits you like. We're going to need 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, 1 can each of media crema, evaporated milk, and sweetened condensed milk, unflavored gelatin, and a package of peach gelatin. So I'm heating some water. I have some non-stick spray here and my bundt pan, all right? So let's get started first of all by making that package of peach gelatin. We're going to need 3 cups of boiling hot water. The directions on the package will say do 4 cups of boiling hot water, but we're going to do 3 cups of boiling hot water to the package because we want the gelatin to be more firm. Okay, so this is my 3rd cup right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the package of peach gelatin. See right here, this is the brand, and I'm going to stir until it's completely dissolved. We're not going to add any ice cold water. Once it's dissolved, I'm going to set it aside right on the countertop, spray my pan, and just distribute the grease all over the pan and on the cone. Okay, so now it's time to deal with my peaches. At first, when I was putting it in the tin, it was just slippery like this. So I started to dry off the peaches with a little piece of paper towel, okay? And just put them every other slot, like this. See, they're not as slippery, right? Now the strawberries are giving me the same trouble, but I'm getting it done. So now for the blueberries, I wanted to go right on the end of the strawberry closest to the cone, but it was actually giving me a lot of trouble, so Jada suggested that I cut off a piece of the strawberry to make it more square or blunt, and then put the blueberry right here, and they're staying. So the video that I watched, that lady didn't have any trouble with these parts, okay? But I don't think I'm too artistically inclined, so I'm having some issues. But I'm going to press on. Put the blueberry. And then now this is the peach gelatin that we just mixed up. It's cooled down to room temperature. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour it on top of the fruits. Just enough to like barely cover the fruits. Okay? And then stick it in the fridge for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, it's time to pour some more of the peach gelatin on top to completely cover the fruits. I'm pouring it on top of this folding spatula because I don't want to like disrupt my fruits by letting it hit too hard, all right? So that looks good. Now back into the fridge it goes for another 20 minutes. Now it's time to make the tres leches with the cream cheese, of course. So this is the media crema, the sweetened condensed milk, the evaporated milk, Now you're supposed to blend this, but my blender's not big enough because I have the NutriBullet. So I'm going to use my hand mixer and be very careful because this is a lot of liquid. Yeah, this already wants to be a whole mess. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour it in my blender half at a time. Just blend it up really smooth. Now let's take care of the unflavored gelatin. You may know this as Knox, but Knox is a brand, and I'm using a different brand, all right? We need all 4 packages into half a cup of cold water. Not ice cold water, but cold water from the fridge. I'm supposed to stir it and leave it here for 10 minutes. And the spoon will be able to stand up in this after 10 minutes, but it only took me 6 minutes. And look, see? So now I remove the spoon, stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds on high, so that I can liquefy this. See how it looks? And all I have to do now is add this to my milk and cream cheese custard. And I'm gonna whisk. If you're using a blender, then you would put this in the blender when you're blending the milk and the cheese, alright? Okay. Look at all the fruits that I'm going to put inside of my beautiful dessert, the peaches, and this is the peach gelatin for the bottom. So now it's set. Let me go ahead and pour some of the milk custard. And we just want a thin layer of this for the first layer, okay? Alright, this is looking pretty good. I just added a little bit more, not too much. Now into the fridge it goes for 8 minutes only. Now it's kind of lumping up on me, so I whisk. And I'm adding a full 2 cups to make a layer of this tres leches. Now this is where I think I went wrong. After adding the 2 cups, very carefully, I should have stopped and just put in my fruits, right? Because I didn't realize that my tin was smaller than the tin that the other lady was using from the video that I'm watching. So I go and I add another cup right here. I should have left this cup out at this point. If you're using a bundt pan the same size of my bundt pan, which is 64 ounces or 8 cups or 1.89 liters, don't do this part right here. Don't put this 3rd cup in, okay? Just go ahead and put your fruits in like this and spread them out very nicely all over. And if it gets lumpy like this, just nuke it in the microwave for 20 seconds. So now I'm adding 2 more cups. Oh, before I do that, let me go ahead and stick in some thin slices of strawberry every other section. Very carefully, just push it down. It's already starting to firm up. And I'm going to put some blueberries in between. Like so. So let me pour the rest of the custard on top. And because I have to cover up all these fruits, I can't skimp. And now I'm running out of space in my tin. And it's really starting to worry me, guys. I have to set this in the fridge for 30 minutes. Now, it's time to put these peaches, the remainder of the peaches and the remainder of the peach gelatin, to form a nice little jiggly layer on the bottom. But it's not going to work. It's just going to overflow, so yeah, let me stop. We're just going to have a thin layer for the bottom. That's all. It's in the fridge now, and I did not like press the sides of the foil around because it was already oozing over onto my tray. I forced it because I wanted that bottom with the peaches and the peach gelatin, so I forced it. But you can see where if I had put less of the milk mixture or get a bigger tin, it would have worked out, right? So right now it is 12:23 on Saturday, but I'm not going to unmold this until tomorrow, Sunday. Why? Because I'm taking it to a party, all right? So I don't want to unmold it and have it sitting in the fridge jiggling. I want to unmold it tomorrow, cut into it so you guys can see, and then run it right down to the party that I'm gonna go. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's just about 24 hours later, and I'm going to set it in this tray of warm water for about 5 minutes. Let Joe toss the water for me. And then we're going to see if 5 minutes was enough. So my tray is a little bit wet, which is what I need. So I have some warm water in this cup, and I'm just loosening the gelatin from the middle cone of the pan and also from the edges. Any of the gelatin that's spilled over is kind of holding it together here, and I don't want it to rip apart when we try to invert, okay? So let's try. So let me see how I'm going to dump this. 1, 2, 3. And it slid a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm not hearing any of the slurping sounds that you should hear when it's coming loose, that like that. I'm not hearing that at all. So I think it's still really wedged in there. I'm really worried, guys. Tapping it lightly. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Set it in a bowl of warm water for about 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, here we are. Feels warmer. I don't want it to get too warm because it's going to start melting, you know? So let's try to do this again, guys. This is the most nerve-wracking time of any of these type of desserts. Even if this were a cake, it'd be nerve-wracking. Okay, so here we are. I'm hearing a little bit of slurping. Still not quite coming. Give it a little bit of shaky here. At this point, I think you guys can see better than I can if it's coming or not. Is it coming, guys? So Joe is chomping at the bit because he wants to take over and get it out, you know, with his brute force. Okay, I give up. I'm throwing in the towel. So here comes Joe. Okay, Joe, don't break my mold. Don't break my little gelatin cake thingy. Come on! Oh my God. Oh, it's intact. I can breathe. So now all we have to do is scrape up some of the milk stuff from here to show the beautiful fruits that we put in on the side. And if you can see, it looks a little bit melty. So I'm going to stick it back in the fridge before I take it down to the party. The party's like a 45-minute to an hour drive. I'm going to put it in an ice chest where this tray fits perfectly in there, so the only jiggle it'll do is back and forth in the tray. And Joshua says, is it going to be okay? And I said, well, if we get in an accident and flip over, it's not going to be okay. And he goes, priorities, Mom. Priorities. Don't worry about this cake. Okay, let's do our thumbnail outside. Let's go see. Gorgeous, right? See, I put all this decoration on around the side of it and stuff. I'm telling you, if this girl, the content creator Creacion Prin, didn't do this, I wouldn't know how to do this. You know what? I don't know why she hasn't been uploading. For about 7 months, she has not uploaded anything. I hope she comes back. And I give her all the credit for this beautiful dessert. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm at my sister's house. I forgot to tell you guys. The cake reached intact. The dessert, I should say. It's not a cake. Well, it's a cake. It's a cheesecake, right? Look, the people at the party, they're enjoying it. It's half gone and there's only 18 people here, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're seeing me on Facebook, don't forget to follow, like, and share the page. If you're seeing me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the page. And if you want to see me on a different platform, come and join the membership at Patreon. It's patreon.com/Bear Pantry Show.